to be able to prevent that farm from happening.
In top lane, here we go. Finally, they're going to look to rotate Lelouch. He's got the Xism ready to rock and roll for our first kill and our first ultimate of the game, as Cuckoo will be able to TP out before secures the kill onto Zephyr. No.
They're stealing it.
You can't let Thompson take it all. You got a couple of creeps.
The Vanguard finished up on Force, so that's a plus side.
They're TPing behind Thompson. It's just the Primal Beast. Not too much pressure is going to be put onto the Morphling for the moment.
Silence.
They do get the silence out, but the attribute shift's going to be there fast enough. Thompson can reposition with a waveform, but it's going to be on Cuckoo to turn it around in the team fight. The Scythe is there to secure with a kill onto AU, the first charge of the game. But now you don't have the ultimate to deal with the Death Prophet, but it does not matter as Thompson blows him up with the maxed out point in the waveform. This is a gigantic team fight for T1. They get 2 kills, and now they can go back and claim some of the stack as well. Smoked up, ready with the hook shot. On and nearby as well. Only 1 point in the tombstone, but they are ready to fight on T1. They're going to go for NATSUMI instead. A beautiful angle from Zephyr. Slides on forward, catching out NATSUMI in the lane. And now they can look to put some damage into the Tier 1 tower. They've got the catapult.
The Death Prophet is going to be able to provide you with a little bit of push. Go for another kill attempt here. Oh, the Tumbler's Toy mid into the Mystic Flare.
Whitemon, great positioning. Is able to find the grave off. And they don't have enough damage to chop him down, so Cuckoo's going to get some health back for the moment, but Lelouch, he's charging onto the Tier 1 tower. The Scythe is not enough to secure the kill, but with Ana moving on over to join the team fight, it will slowly be able to bring down the Death Prophet. Polaris, they don't have the capability of joining the DP underneath the Tier 1 tower.
What I want you to focus on, if we can, is just how he's using the Shallow Grave, specifically how the heal amplification aspect is now a factor. You know? Might be going down on the bottom side. Probably will be.
This is...
There we go. Almost feels like you have to go first on the Primal Beast to try and fight Whitemon just to start the fight.
They're already moving to break Force. What a jump! He gets the core, but the damage is just not there. Thompson's repositioned. The Morphling's going to be okay. They'll kill off 2 members on Polaris, and now they'll swarm towards the remaining members' location as AU stuck inside the pit. A Scythe to bring him down. And it's all Tier 1's ball game now. 3 kills into the Aegis advantage. This is looking really scary for Radiant.
Crypt Swarm, they're going to put themselves up there to try and keep this one pushed out. Of course, Arc Warden, one of the best high ground defenders in the game. Not sure what this Blink Dagger is going to accomplish, though.
Nice use of the core. They're going to be able to blow him up. The Cull is there. So they deal with the first life, and that might push T1 out of the base now. But they did commit a decent amount to kill it. Mystic Flare, not the longest cooldown. There's a potential for Ana to have double Tombstone in these fights as well. So something that could be very scary for Polaris to deal with. They don't have really the capability just to put all their attention on killing off a Tombstone.
Thompson's in.
Aggressive waveform form. He doesn't get the blink jump. Another hookshot from Zephyr. Perfect target. They catch out Lelouch, but the damage isn't there for the moment. Lelouch has an opportunity to turn it back around thanks to the BKB. No one's died. Oh my lord.
No one's died, and more importantly, they didn't actually pop the Exorcism, so they could look to go back in. They've still got a lot of this damage. Just the 20 seconds left. Rob, the Mystic Flare being available again, maybe just feeling a little bit more conscious about fighting around this Tombstone that I was trying to keep healthy, but it's that magnetic field. They look to get this kill.
The follow-up's going to be there. Thompson, 4-stuff in. Waveform as well. Thompson knows no fear, but the hook shot! Zephyr! Cogs on 3. Scythe onto the axe, but he's going to buy back. They're going to look to rejoin the fight. T1, they have to respect the base defense out of Polaris. And look at them not overcommitting. The discipline onto T1. They will not continue with the dive. They're going to back up as soon as they see the buyback out of Force and go for the objectives.
Rock Throw trying to do his best to push it out, but what are they waiting for? Maybe it feels like 30 seconds.
A double call with the Mystic Flare. They're going to try and blow up Ana. They're able to do so, but Force, that's a dieback on your axe. That's all the initiation out of Polaris, and now they're in trouble. It's Thompson. He's still got the Aegis. A waveform into the middle, but the Pulverize into the turnaround. Thompson, he looks unkillable at the moment. Another Grave into the heal up. They might be able to deal with the first side, but look at the Satanic lifesteal. Thompson back in fighting shape. They'll charge in. The stun control might be enough this time, but as soon as I say that, Thompson's back up to full health. They only tickled the beast, and onto the Tier 4 towers they go.
That was without even the active on the Satanic as well. He was just right-clicking. That's how strong he is, along with that Paladin sword. Might still end up dropping. You've got 2 minutes left on the Aegis, so you don't want to expend it. And yep, there we go. Pops the Satanic, full HP again. Once more, if you don't have the axe, you don't have the damage. As Ana, he's putting himself out there. More back.
BKB.
He can't die. He's
going
got
to
this
wait for
BKB
me.
up.
I wonder if they got the Aegis for another minute 30, so plenty of time still to stick in the base, and Pubson's going to make another call to try and beat onto the tier 4 tower. So no, with Force on, without the hands of the axe, it's very difficult for Polaris to get that initiation. They can't even kill him, man. They can't even kill him. Mystic Flare, look at the voice line out of Topchin as well. Very cute indeed. Polaris just butting their heads against the wall time and time again. But the Morphling takes the tier 4 down. The throne's exposed. No one is going to die in T1 on this last assault.
Last chance with the axe.
Force is alive. That's an incredible jump.
The damage.
For the call, there's no damage there. T1 sustain is too much for Polaris to handle. What a well-executed game one coming out from Dyer. The throne will pop shortly. Let's see. There's going to be an incredible jump to stall this one out. It has to be perfect. And it's only onto the Morphling. They haven't even killed off the first life.
He's still not dead.
Times I've said that through this team fight. Oh my lord. Finally. How can they set up for round 2? Instant Silence into the Pulverize. They might have the damage. No way. They finally get him. And AU's going to try and charge onto Ana as well, who's locked inside the base.
That's a
dieback, I believe, on Ana. And now Cuckoo as well is stuck in no man's land. So Polaris, they will live to see another day.
Never say die.
They're going to see him under the ward shortly. If he goes for this next wave, they might be able to catch him out.
They should
it's a
see
big
the
opportunity here for Polaris.
That was the real Natsumi as well.
They see him again. He's on the ward. Force gets a jump. The Mystic Flare up with the burst potential, the chain control. It needs to be perfect. And they cut him down throughout the Grave Topson. Out to the left. Back in with the BKB. And the Morphling's okay. Now Polaris. How can they continue to take the team fight? They don't have the damage to deal with the Morphling. Now that he's back up to full health, Topson can stand his ground. Beat onto Polaris. They've even got Ana nearby too. 4,400 health on the Undying. Just chunking down one member after the next as T1 they survived the last attempt and now they can walk it down to close out game 1. Brother.
They're hanging out Topson, but
I don't know.
Man's got Aegis.
Let's see. They jump in with the Hex. The Dagon burst as well. They might be able to deal with the first life. They'll drop the cult, but the counter initiation's going to come out. Instantly, Zephyr's into the middle to try and disrupt them. Pushing back Polaris so Topson can respawn and set himself up for round 2.
On T1, like, can they not just wait for a mistake to come out from Polaris? You've got Megas.
Oh, that could be the mistake. Xavius, he moves a little bit too far forward. Ana's going to be in with the right clicks. Tombstone dropped. And now with the throne exposed, T1, they could just make the call to deal with the buildings instead of the heroes. Ana, well, he wants more blood. He wants to stack up the decay. Protected with the BKB and the Lotus Orb for the moment. It's going to be cautious how low he falls, but the cheese giving the bonus health back for the moment, so Ana's going to be okay.
Throne's exposed.
They'll successfully retreat inside the base, but the throne's falling fast. A bubble will buy them some time, some valuable seconds.
Tempest double available again. Dagon 5 with the Octarine. They just want to be spamming out these abilities off cooldown. If they can get it, they found Topson.
Wymon, beautiful force stuff once again out to the right side. Topson's going to be alright. They've been able to reposition. They need to keep their eyes towards the throne because it's falling low with the creeps.
It's exposed.
Topson, he can just waveform in. A bubble once again along with the glyph. They'll kill off Zephyr, but they need more heroes down in the grave. Force is going to try and find an angle to the middle along with AU, but no way to protect the throne. Topson, he'll waveform in, killing off Natsumi, who's got a buyback. But there's way too many creeps inside the base. Not enough heroes from Polaris to defend. And in the end, it'll take them 53 minutes.
He's got the Helm of Iron Will at least for some of that regen coming through.
River up top, Lelouch
okay.
Has enough mana for the Laguna Blade. Wymon's going to at least be able to get the Tombstone out before he dies. At Whiteborn, they don't even get the kill on the Undying in our T1. They can move towards Lelouch at the mouth of the pit as Topson finds first blood on the Arc Warden.
Good at choking out a lot of the areas of the map that you're capable of farming, just with the illusions and the speed that you're able to push these lanes out. So Midas feels like the ideal item.
Look at this, Topson and Zephyr combined together onto AU they go. With the Observer Ward in the jungle, they're able to scout out the Wyvern's positioning. At least against the Void's damage, but it's going to be the question of the magic damage. And well, speaking about the Arc Warden, Thompson getting very aggressive this game, making early maneuvers with Zephyr into the jungle. Lelouch has a Fairy Fire also to play with, but another round of the Spark Wraith will connect. It does feel like it's going to be very similar here for Polaris, where it just comes down to their pickup potential. We might see that be the case as top lane Force, but look at the bait. Ana, they were already in the tree line. He gets the double chrono. Now Tempest Double will join the party. They'll target down the Skyth Mage first, and now they can look to avoid Force. However, he's able to bring down Ana before they secure the kill. Some incredible armor toggles from Force. He'll do it again. The Marcia will reign supreme throughout the skirmish. Beautifully done from Force. Under cover of the Invis. He does have the lead, so the Sky behind her at the moment. Might be able to get a rebound target to back to safety, but the chain control is perfect from T1 along with the damage. This will open up bottom now, as Cuckoo's also going to be in some trouble. Oh no, they missed the stun though. Will not have the opportunity to be able to TP out. The curse can always stop that. Oh my lord. Let's see if he goes for a TP out. I think they'll still have the damage to get the kill afterwards. And it looks like they will. Cuckoo's not even going to make the attempt. They might lose AU. Golden Brace will buy him some time. But in the end, at least they get the tier 1 tower here for Cuckoo. The Hawk and the lane scouts them out. Xavier's going to go on the tree line, force down to the south, and the TP from AU. They want to fight, but tier 1, they brought the numbers to the skirmish. A Bramble will hold back AU for the moment. A Curse going to be able to cover the retreat. Do they consider about going back in on Polaris? Instead, it's going to be the Arc Warden that gets the kill. And they won't even have to commit to try and help out. Now Natsumi with the song. Can he catch up to Cuckoo? Now with the bonus movement speed, he will be able to close the distance, and Lelouch can fall with the LSA as well. Cuckoo attempts to try and disrupt this with the roar, but it's not going to be there fast enough, as Polaris, beautifully done. They bring the numbers to take the skirmish. They find a 2-for-1 trade and can now look to take the tier 1 tower.
You want to try and scale into the late game, they're not going to let them in mid lane. He's actually getting jumped on here. 100-0 just from that combo. Although
they're going to jump in. Straight towards Ana they go with the Mystic Flare. They won't even need it. Force has got too much damage out of the Unleash. Now they're going to chase down more. As AU, no messing around. A Curse for Whitemon. A Laguna Blade as well for good measure. I think it's an incredible item. And from what I've heard as well, can also hold that thought mid lane. Thompson. Oh, they're just baiting. Look at the turnaround from Zephyr. It terrorized onto 2. The Curse Crown as well for good measure. Natsumi considering with the ultimate, but he doesn't get it off. He pump faked the song, and now Ana's going to be in with the Chronosphere. The bash is into the roar. As the chain control is ever so perfect from T1.
Asset to what we saw from the Mjolnir on T1, on Thompson, right?
Oh no, Ana showed it. Natsumi instantly with the Song of the Siren, and the TPs are coming out. They've finally caught the pesky bug that has been a nuisance in their side. AU needs the vision, and they'll find it. They were waiting with the Curse, anticipating was going to try and BKB TP out.
Literally about 1.5 minutes just sitting in that tree line, but Polaris even more patient. Able to catch him out. Thompson, he's going for the wrap play. Might be trying to kill Xavius here, but Golden Brace should be able to save him, although
as well. They're going to move in. The Bedlam from Zephyr gets the kill, but going to sacrifice his own life, and it feels like in the end, Polaris, they're happy with that.
So all the while that AU is playing away from the team, they're just like,
well, choke point.
We play.
That's a lot of vision. Ana, they're all grouped up, but the Chrono, it's on to 2. The Wyvern's not going to be nearby to protect him. Force tried to jump in to chuck him out, but he wasn't able to do so. Ana, though, is going to be cautious. A time walk out to the right side. The VKB will hold it back for the moment. The bashes from Force locks him into place. Ana still has a time walk to play with, but the VKB's expired, so now they can get on top of the Faceless Void and bring him down. And meanwhile, they've lost out Thompson as well. All the Craws are crumbling on T1. And now they'll finally deal with Whitemon as well in the backline as Polaris. They're just too far ahead. Easy 250 gold.
Not the Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Oh, the second.
Didn't realize.
Oh, yeah. You stick around? Cuckoo, jump in. Force great reactions. He gets the roll, but look at the damage. Oh my lord, this Lena with the MKB completed. Lelouch is just right-clicking them again. Force is on to Thompson. A Hurricane Pipe will get some distance to Polaris. They don't want to dive under the tower. Maybe with the song will buy them some time to reset. Force He'll have to pop the... Oh, we didn't jump out. That was a bit awkward.
The blink away from the Wi-Fi meant that it was interrupted.
And now Radiant. Lelouch is very far on the front line. Ana's going to be there. Natsumi, he doesn't have the song once again, but the terrorist follow up as well. They might finally be able to kill off the Lina. As Ana secures the first kill, they're even going to look to buy back, but what a curse on the back line. Holding 3 into place. It'll buy them time to now to address the Faceless Void issue. They haven't got it on top of Thompson though. The Arc Warden still playing inside the river, starting to stack up the damage. Lelouch, you're going to be cautious. You just bought back. But a BKB, he can fly himself out to safety, but Thompson doesn't have the same capability as Natsumi locks onto his target. Can now try and get the ensnare out onto the TPing out Undying, but will just be a little bit too late. Potentially game over.
You just gotta kill one.
Smoke's gonna pop. They know Ana's there. No hesitation. Natsumi's not gonna mess around. As soon as the smoke pops, we'll just chuck out the song. And Ana is completely surrounded. A BKB, a hope and a prayer, but forced with the Abyssal Blade.
Feels like T1. It's too much. They're down a core. 6 lives essentially running at them with the leader.
They're going to try and blow up the first life without committing too heavily. Look at the jump in from Force, so straight on Thompson's location. If they kill the Arc Warden, it's game. And Thompson's down. That's a dieback. And now Force is going on for more. What a incredible Marcy performance coming through from the offlaner and Polaris. I've been incredibly impressed with how he's been able to start these fights time and time again for the boys on Radiant. And it looks like we will be getting a Game 3 out of this series.
I mentioned that he would just need to do a little bit too much to be able to pull it off for them. And I mean, he has delivered in spades. They're going to try for this last defense coming through. Terrorize keeps getting pump back. They want to try and wait for Ana to be respawning. Maybe now they need to use that Terrorize. Gives them a little bit of time. Just feel like they're going to be lacking the damage still, though. Curse again.
Oh, that beautiful curse to close this one.
60 damage just on its own, so it's really easy now to be able to get these last hits and not necessarily rely purely on the Earthshaker to be able to do that top side. Ana is actually getting focused down here, and
I guess it is a Rolling Thunder expender from Lelouch, which early on is like 90%.
Ana, he went out of the meld! He went out of the meld! He was there, he wasn't under the cover of a Sentry Ward, and he just right-clicked someone. Because they have plenty of ways to be able to interrupt the Black Hole for now. It's all about the push, that's what you need.
Both of the River Runes going to be in some trouble. Xavier's up top will go down with the Thunder God's Wrath, and meanwhile to the bottom one, Lelouch this time will convert with the use of the Rolling Thunder. Natsumi's okay, still got to be cautious. The threat of the Thunder Gods, but Ana, he might be in trouble. Steps too far forward, Lelouch can bounce back with the help of Whitemon nearby though, but Ana's on the wrong side of the fissure. Xavier was able to drag him away, but there's no kills occurring down bottom as everyone gets out, but maybe Cuckoo can chase down Xavier. They know that the Marcy TP down bottom, so they'll look to dive under the tower. It will make him work for it, but in the end, it's going to be Thompson that gets the kill, and is up to a killing spree. But look at the move from Polaris. Instantly to mid lane they go to try and take the T1 tower, and they could potentially get the kill as well onto Zephyr. He's got the Echo Slam at the ready. He's going to be able to drop it onto 2 heroes, but with no one else nearby. That is a wasted Echo Slam out of Zephyr.
I mean, for sure, the timing they're playing for is the
Rolling
hard.
Thunder mid. They get the blink from Lelouch. It's a decent start, but they don't get the bounce back onto Thompson. At least the Purge going to be able to hold him inside the river. Xavier's going to try and fall with the damage as well, but Thompson's still alive for the moment. Still Force jumps in, gets him Elephas. The answer from Cuckoo's not enough. They'll be able to charge him down, and now without the back rider along with the Zeus, it's easy pickings for the rest of Polaris. He will have Whitemon connecting shortly. Whitemon's in a great spot to pop the smoke. Great positioning out of the Omni Knight, but still Lelouch. He's going to try and target down the Templar Assassin instead because they've got the Black Hole follow-up solo onto Ana, but that's all they needed.
Miles away from being able to get into the Aether Lens, let alone the Octarine Core.
Lelouch is going to be in some trouble.
All right,
a great pick-off for T1 to find. Next, Roche is going to be spawning shortly as well, but look at them charging forward. That's a big pick-off. They get the Earthshaker. It's a lot of their stun control in the middle of the fight.
They found Thompson. That's even better.
Go to the Omni Knight instead. They're onto the Whitemon Omni, but they might not be able to bring him down. Instantly utilizing the ultimate. It's going to give him enough coverage, but out to the right. Force is in. What a disastrous Black Hole as T1 have got no response. The ultimate to secure the team fight is dire. They need to get out.
Kind of smokes that might bring the game back in T1's favor. The Aeon disc purchase coming out from Lelouch, making him survive during the middle of that team fight. He went onto the back lines, and Ana, he was pretty good with the right clicks.
Marcy. Kuku's going to get the jump as well to the Shadow Deer, but now Natsumi's showing up. A great leap from Thompson up to the high ground. This who's going to be able to reposition. Kuku protected for the moment with the BKB as well, but he's got some difficulties with escaping because as soon as the BKB expires, they'll close the distance and secure the kill. But Ana up to the north is having a free fight for the moment. Zephyr's going to step in with the Echo Slam as well, but there's no damage follow-up. As Polaris once again doing an incredible job.
I feel like they need a gem on Polaris. The only thing in my eyes that's keeping them in this duel.
Onto Ana at the moment. Beautiful double fissure. Are they going to be able to move in though with this start? T1 playing the distance. Ana's going to try and get the jump. The last right click, it's enough to get the kill. That's a big one to be able to bring down. They get Marcy as well, but in the middle of the team fight, Lelouch and Natsumi, they're onto Kuku. It's not going to be enough damage because meanwhile, Ana is just ripping the backline apart. A triple kill for the Templar Assassin. It's going to move over towards the Pain Clear with the blink back online. Ana gets an Ultra, and all of a sudden, T1 are back in this game 3. So important to the lineup at T1. You cannot lose the Omni Knight at the start of the fight. As Kuku, he gets a jump. Over to Zavis, AU's instantly in with the banishment, but there's a double damage run as well. Natsumi's going to snag that up, so they will have this advantage now as instantly T1 on the retreat. They'll be able to get back towards the T2 tower. Can they go back in though? Because meanwhile, Whitemon, he's completely isolated a rest from the T1 members. They'll kill off the Omni Knight. He does have a buyback to rejoin if the team fight breaks out. Looks like that's not going to be the case, as Polaris, they're happy with what they've got.
Really is hindering Kuku's effectiveness, but you can't go in first with the lasso onto the SD.
Smoke's gonna pop. Let's see, they want to look to jump. Marcy is away from the team, so once they're in, they're gonna lead him with the lasso to try and bring him down, but the damage isn't there. Lelouch, look at the rolling thunder, now the black hole onto 2 and eclipse the important target on Ana. Now they can look to clean up the members of T1 as one by one they go down and Polaris have 0 casualties. Bottom lane, Thompson. Forces in. It's, oh no, they clipped the Batrider as well, so they can't get the break. They won't be able to cancel the black holes again. Onto 2 goes the ultimate, but the instant use of the buyback. T1, they need to get something out of the Thompson buyback, but they're retreating. Instead, Kuku is out to the left. The lasso drag back with Ana nearby. They'll bring down Lelouch, and Aeon Disc will only delay it. So a 1-for-1. The pop refresher. Force has gone into the black hole. This might catch them off guard.
We don't want to be able to give them a way to be able to come back into this game.
Whitemon, you're very far on the front line. Same with Ana. They'll get the instance onto the real Phantom Lancer, but the chain control's not going to be there as he moves over to the right side with the Echo Slam now. They're trying to target him down with the black hole of a lifetime! Force! Where's the damage though? Natsumi's going to try and turn it back around and doppelganger targeting down Ana. They've got the real TA.
They got to get on top
secure the kill, but Ana's going to buy back. He's going to try and rejoin the fight, but it might be too late as Natsumi's too farm. They don't have the answers to the PL as now they can look to clean up. Ana brought back and he might be sent to the grave for the final time this game. But a Fissure buying some valuable seconds, but they'll toss him back into the middle of the team fight as Natsumi's locked onto his target. Ana's gone. No Thompson as well. And look at Lelouch. It might be a rampage, and you bet it is. Natsumi, give him the double rampage, and that'll be it. What a team fight to send Polaris to the grand finals and get their rematch against Talon. Oh my!